and gentlemen, I'm back. Your guy. Yes, I'm your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. All rise. Court is back in session. Welcome to Speaking with Judgment, hosted by me. Hope your day is going well. We have our first NBA trade of the 2025 offseason, and it begins with a surprising deal where the Memphis Grizzlies move off Desmond Bane. The first massive trade of the offseason happened. And the trade market has been quiet, and then out of nowhere, a shocking deal that sends Memphis Grizzlies Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic has sparked significant reactions across the NBA landscape. Desmond Bane got traded to the Magic for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 first-round picks. Blockbuster deal. 4 draft picks for Desmond Bane. And as it pertains to the Memphis Grizzlies, it's an interesting discussion to have. What does this mean? Does that mean, Ja Morant is next in terms of being traded? You can read whatever headline you want. If Desmond Bane got traded, could it be that the Grizzlies are blowing it up? I see a lot of fans viewing this as some kind of rebuild or a tank move. Frankly, I think it's quite the opposite. It's a reset move. Theoretically, I do think this makes a lot of sense. This could turn out better than we could possibly have imagined. I do think both sides did well. And realistically, if you look at it, the Bane trade is a clear indicator that the Grizzlies feel Jalen Wells can be a full-time starter at the 2. It might actually benefit Memphis. We got some younger guys, our 2 centerpieces in Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson. Build around them, and let's maybe see what Gigi Jackson, who could provide minutes at the 2, let's see if he can be a solid role player and give a team momentum, because he will have quite a big role next season. You could look at this trade comparative to Mikal Bridges, who got traded last year for all those first-round picks to go to the New York Knicks. The big difference is Mikal Bridges was making a lot less money than Desmond Bane was. The idea behind why the trade was justifiable for the Knicks to give up their future was because, Bridges came in so cheap that you couldn't get a contract like that. That's not what's going on here with Bane. I don't know how you can watch basketball, though, and think Bane is not a great player. You can say he's expensive. That's a fact. I think he gets $40 million a year. Great fit, but he's expensive on a team already with Paulo and France max deals. It's a steep price for an undersized one-way shooting guard, but I understand why Orlando did it. If Orlando had a top-end offensive creator, Bane would fit perfectly as he did next to Morant. If he's your go-to guard as both scorer and creator, you're asking him to do too much. I'm not saying he can't create, because Bane averaged more than 5 assists a game each of the last 2 seasons. It's just with him, he's a secondary creator, and the Magic are still lacking a primary creator, and now they're a second apron team next year and don't have any assets left to go out and add. And I know you have a lot of Magic fans saying they gave up a lot. For the Magic, they need a shooter, and Bane does everything they need. The only way to get that shooter they needed was to get someone like that in a trade. So it's a full-on trade. I understand in a sense. I get what Orlando is going for. Bane is a good fit for the Orlando Magic. It's a massive overpay, but they couldn't have gotten a better player than Bane with that price tag. And I think I have a clear understanding what Memphis is doing. The Desmond Bane trade is remarkable in that Memphis could use the draft picks to upgrade their roster, not a rebuild. I wouldn't trade John Morant or Jaren Jackson to the highest bidders. I wouldn't tank in 2026 for a loaded draft class. Grizzly fans are like, all right, that's cool. We can blow it up and enter a rebuild. No. Memphis Grizzlies are not rebuilding. I'm looking at this. There's probably more to come. And why do I say that? I'm looking at the Grizzlies move off the Desmond Bane contract as a way to dump salary. This is a salary dump trade. Rebuilding and retooling are two different words. The next question is, what's the next move? Something tells me the Grizzlies aren't done. Again, you don't blow it up right now. They still have Ja Morant. They still have Jaren Jackson Jr., and they're still dangerous. So I just have a hunch they are up to something. I don't know what it is, but they're definitely up to something, and I don't think it's trading away their entire franchise. They're doing exactly what I think they're doing. If you don't want Ja Morant around for whatever it may be, that's fine. I get it. Maturity issues, long-term health is a concern, the regression. So I get it. But when Ja Morant is on the floor, he is one of the best players in the NBA. There's no way around that. One of the best. He's had his off-court issues, playing a dangerous game, gun gestures, and unsound judgment, which has created a distraction and brought a lot of negative attention. But if we're picking a team tomorrow, cutting out all of this trash and garbage, and we're building around one star already on the team, it would have to be Ja Morant. By the way, he sells tickets. He's the one player everybody wants to come out and see in person because of his amazing playmaking, his hyper athleticism. When he's on the court, I'm telling you, he's an absolute joy to watch and puts on a show. And that's what fans want. I'm sorry, but you're not showing up to the arena to watch Desmond Bane. And that's not me being disrespectful or anything. That's just the reality of it. I will say right now, at this point, I think the Grizzlies have decided they're building around him and Jackson and filling things out with mid-tier salaried rotation and young guys on rookie scale contracts. It'll be hard not to turn our focus of attention to what the Grizzlies are going to do next. Do you spin KCP or Anthony off to another destination? Maybe they try to bundle those guys with some of the picks and maybe someone like Brandon Clark. Although I think they'll be understandably unwilling to move on from him given his production and low salary. I still can see them making another splashy trade to land a big fish who could be a better fit than Bane. But I just can't see them trading both Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson and completely reloading. I'm skeptical of the idea that they're going into a full reset mode and blowing it up. You can throw around the idea with the cap space Memphis has available this summer, Jackson can be renegotiated and extended, and Ja Morant becomes extension eligible next year. So no, I don't like the idea of blowing it up like a lot of you have suggested. I think you keep this team together and you add another piece in a trade and you go from there. All right, everybody. I had to talk about the big trade, and there's more to come. There's a lot of things that's going to happen in the coming days, in the coming weeks, as we approach NBA free agency. The NBA draft is coming up, so there's going to be a lot to get into. But guys, I had to come on and talk about that. And if you guys like my content, do me a huge favor. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. Make sure you like the content and like and share this video. Tell people about the Sports Judge. But guys, it's been fun. As always, I love chatting with you guys. I love having a great sports conversation with you guys. And leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this trade. How are you feeling about this trade? I would love to hear from you. But guys, take care. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk again very, very soon.